Okay, back at it. We are watching some more Italian league, and it is Padova versus Verona here. And this one should be good. This is Gardini's team, the Italian kid, Polo, whatever you say. Orioli. I remember watching him last time. He did pretty good. He's good outside. And then the big Serbian right side and the Serbian setter. So yeah. And Verona, you already know, you got Kita getting the most sets, of course. Sani played a good bit. Glatz played. Vitelli. Looks like Mozic rested this game, but Micah Christensen and Ferrer Souza as well. So let's get into it. Let's watch this. Let's watch this game. All right, let's see. Starting it off is Orioli getting us going. Sani. And I thought Sani was blonde. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Good start, though. Let's see this run real quick. Just goes after that gap. And those gaps, when you're hitting a pipe, if you're hitting a bic, you're probably going to have to go after those gaps a good amount. Especially, like, unless you're going OT on everybody, then you'll pretty much do whatever you want. But most of the time, you're going to have to attack those gaps. And this is a block that happens all the time. Like, he's pressing well, and then someone just kind of chips it off this angle here, gets it right on the side of the block. And, like, if you see it, you can maybe move your hands over a little bit, but you don't want to do anything too crazy. Overpass there, good take care of by that middle. Let's see, floater. Good pass. Over the top to Kita. And I like how they're running this 3 right in front of him, because then Kita has 2 standing blocks pretty much. And he can just go OT. Like his thing is just going OT, so I love Micah Christensen just kind of making them make a small move so it frees up that high space, you know? Like some players, you'd rather make them move around and open up some gaps or make people late. Other people, you'd rather have them not jump as high. Like Kita, like obviously he's probably going to be able to go OT anyways, but it just makes it slightly easier. Like same deal here. Mike Christensen is forced to make a shuffle move instead of a full swing block move, and he's just a little bit lower, and then Gardini can just go OT to that cross, which is a nice swing. Nice angle still, too. Let's see, chops it short, swings deep. Let's see. Yeah, and Mikey Christensen, I love his serve. I love his ability to go back and forth, spin to float, regular spin, going back and forth with still a lot of aggression. It's good stuff. And, I'm surprised that this ball got this middle to jump. But let's see Mikey Christensen's body language here. Maybe just him slowing down like he did kind of faked him out, or it's just a perfect pass, And then maybe a slight missed window here. Dunks it. Somebody's in the net. Or somebody's under. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess he went into the net. Yeah, I don't know. He might have been outside the pin, but it is what it is. Not worth getting crazy about. Love this run. Yeah, and getting Kita to reach on that pipe, like he can just bounce that back row ball so easily. Bang. He's got so much range here too. Like maybe he could have reached more. Maybe they could run it slightly slower or higher. But like he has a lot of options. What's going on here? What's happening? Okay, he whistles. I don't know what's going on. He's doing something. What's going on here? Somebody. What's going on? Here we go. I don't know what happened. Who cares? Let's go. Spin to float, hitting Kita. Smart man. Like that's what pretty much every team is gonna do, is just spin to float on him and target him with everything. And they can still run a decent offense from this pass. So Kita just focusing on the pass, getting it up there. Souza going chip off the block. Anytime you're going for like an angle like this, it's very important to go quick. Like, make that decision quick. Like, right when he is up there and decides to go, he goes quick, gets to that angle before Orioli can make any sort of block move and get him there. Let's see. Getting a nice triple block up there. I like that. I like that by Souza. He closes it pretty decently. Look at how big of a step he takes. Gets there pretty good. Makes a pretty good move. Gets a good touch. He's running a back one now. Interesting. Yeah, and then Keita's just going to go OT. Of course he is, man. Yeah, he's... Honestly, him in transition is one of the most impressive things, I'd say. Because, like, he can just take a three-step approach and just go OT on somebody like that so quickly, so easily. Out of bounds. See ya. Spinner. Keita getting that serve again. And this is why you're serving Keita, is because at least it's not a perfect pass. And this at least comes with some stipulations now. And they're going to try and play that game, you know? Micah Christensen tries to go fast there, but what's his face? Solovic. He's a huge blocker. Last time I watched Padova, he did the same type of thing where he did a lot of standing blocks like this, like ready there, and then was up there really quick. He's a good blocker. He's a very good blocker. Good standing blocker. Yeah, and like you see even here, he's just kind of balanced, ready to jump on both the middle and the outside there. Nice tip. We got a big time out of system, big triple block coming in. Ooh, wow, big swing. Good swing by Gardini. I don't know if I've seen him swing that hard, honestly. That's really nice. Going back to Solovic. Let's see. Now you go to the pipe. Let's see why that misconnected. Orioli just seems like he hesitated a little bit on this one. It might have been a late. I'm not sure. But let's see. Good dig. Good touches. And again, like on defense, you just got to be balanced, be ready to move, jump, pop a hand up. Anything really, just any sort of touch to get the ball in the air. Same deal here. Like, this isn't a super fundamental dig or anything like that. He just gets hit with his right arm and it goes in the air. Like, that's all that matters. And they're still running some sort of an offense. Bang. And this is a really nice run by Micah Christensen. He's running in. This is unexpected. He gets a nice solo block in transition for Souza. Turns into a kill. I think it's a good dive by Gardini, too. Like, he tried to dive cross and just went a little bit further. Fair enough take, honestly. Big tomato system. Let's see what Gardini does. Chops it. Yeah, he's a big dude, but he plays... I think he embraces the small ball attitude sometimes, which is a really good thing for the most part, because a situation like this, he's huge and he's got a good arm swing, but like against a big triple block, what are your odds anyways, you know? So recycle, get him back in system. Now you got the middle. Now you got 4 options again, and then you're getting another solo block. Bang, kill. Yeah, so even if you're huge like Gardini or like Keita or whatever, recycling if you don't feel great about it is phenomenal. Good move. Look at how vertical he goes. Presses immediately. Let's see this one more time. Gets his feet to the ball, jumps straight up, presses early, finishes a little extra as he gets up there. Bang. And look at how like he even shapes his hands a little bit here as that ball's hitting him. He goes to his right a little bit, towards the center of the court a little bit there. Really nice block. Finishes his hands a little extra, presses enough already, but then just finishes a little extra as he's about to get hit. Yeah, same thing, dude. Solovic just getting standing blocks. Like, he's got such long arms, so I think that helps a lot. But he presses really early too. Although he's like weird and like in a weird form right here and like not really optimal, everything above the net is optimal to what he can do, you know? So he gets a nice block there. Let's see. Floater. Kita. Bang. And still, like, they're hitting him. And, like, them serving him is not going to get a point every single time. Okay, but it'll at least limit Micah Christensen to a certain extent. Like, at least there's no set or dump anymore. It's harder to go back here. The pipe is less likely. And still, Kita goes OT and does some really good stuff. But, like, at least he's on a weirder approach, probably not at his full peak. You're just trying to limit them as much as possible in that sense, Again, Gardini doing some small ball stuff. Let's see. I like this press by Msotovic. Just pressing through the block, being smart, keeping that play going, put some pressure on. Yeah, that gap in the block. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I mean, this guy's really deep. I'll say that, but I don't know. That's tough. When you see a gap in the block, just that entire lane from his hand to that deep corner is all open, so it could go anywhere from here to here. You know what I mean? Like, that's just tough to make a read. Tough to do much with it. Bang, out of bounds. See ya. Let's see here. Bang. Let's see here. And, like, this is a good move. I think this is a great move by Gardini again. He's patient. He's balanced. He's waiting just to help on the pipe, too. He might be leaning a little bit, but he could recover onto the pipe. Still makes a good move. And then just gets field goaled a little bit here. Yeah. Can't be mad at that. Sometimes it's just going to hit the inside of your hand or inside of your arm. Was that yeah, that was Gardini. Ooh. It's a nice serve. Just the middle. Really nice serve. Like, that's a great seam ball because both of these guys could take it, but that's the problem is both of them think the other guy could or should take it. Yeah. I would say the back row outside should take that ball just because. But it depends on the server. It depends on the server who's serving from the 5. It depends on how much cut he puts on it. It depends on what's going on, Good swing. I love how he loads himself in this approach here. Look at how he just loads, leans forward, and then starts to go vertical again. But, like, his hips get low and load, and then bang, hop up there. Spinner, spin to float. Good. Let's see. I think there was touch. I think it was also in anyways. Was it not? Yeah, touch, and then it might be close anyways. Let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely touched. All right, let's see. 15-13, Padova up in this first one. Yeah. And they're moving things around, having Kita take or switch and get out of the 6, which is smart. One thing that we used to do in college a lot is we had a right side that could pass really well. And so a lot of the time we would just move people around, put him in, take one outside out if it made sense, and put the libero in the 6 spot. Or put the libero in the most common spot for that specific server. It just depended. Swipe. Let's see. Kita tries going off the hands with his. Tries going off the hands. Gets a recycle. Not a bad swing at all. And then goes the other way. I like that. You go for the line the first time, go for the cross the next time. Go the other way. It's almost like an ego thing too. Like, that blocker is probably expecting you to go to that same spot. I like this. I like this serve. It takes him to the ground, which is really nice. Like, it crossed this seam really well. And if you're gonna serve this and try and get him to take this ball and be out and no longer an option, you have to be okay with him possibly leaving and having the libero take it, Because next time that happens, the libero is definitely going to take it. But we'll see. Bang. And was that the right side doing it? Yeah, that's Mozic. Nice. Going it back to him now. Bang. Good little tool. Spinner, Souza, overpass. Honestly, I'm impressed by him hitting him. It's a good serve by Orioli. Chopping it right to Souza. Forcing him to pass, which works out well. Ooh. Yeah, and this looks like maybe a slight misconnection that turned into him trying to tip it. Where do you swing right here? I would say try and move yourself over a little more and like keep it on your right arm so that maybe the 5 spot's available. But this turns out pretty fine. Good recycle by the libero, or sorry, good cover by the libero. Kita gets a nice one off the hands there. And he might be just like aiming out of bounds, honestly. Nope. Floater. Good pass by Sani. And this is what I would call weaponizing the setter here. Putting him in a spot where he could definitely dunk this ball or score right there, but still maybe hit a few windows as well. Like giving him an opportunity to make a decision there. Putting up an option ball almost. Let's see, spinner, lefty. Mozic hitting Souza again. That was a good pass though. Oh, a little bit of a freak out. Yeah. And this is why you don't want to connect early. Look at Mozic here. Connects his arms early. Ball goes off the block, and then he's trying to adjust and goes one-handed and messes it up. Like you want 2 hands free, and then just dart your hands at the ball. Anything below your chest, you go with your platform. Anything above, you go with your hands. Bang. Good pass. And look at how he just kind of rocks himself back after he passes this. He passes this, kind of just rocks himself back, and then goes. You know what I mean? Great swing. Great run, too. Great trust by the setter. I like it. What's going on here? He's mad that the guy isn't on the bench or something? I don't know what's happening. Ooh, Sani getting a little attitude here. I don't mind that. Nice. Takes that inside ball and then just goes for the 1 ball. I love doing this personally. And I do think it, messes with the block a little bit. And this guy Kita can just go over top of the 3 here if he still wants to be available. But it just kind of adds a good nuance to the blockers. Forces them to make a quick decision. You know what I mean? Christensen going for a nice serve in the seam there. Let's see. Bang. Yeah. And Mikey Christensen, even back here, 12, 13 feet off the net, he's still trying to fake this guy out a little bit. With nothing crazy, but it just makes him do that. Forces him to make a smaller move, and then Sani has that over the top more available, maybe even the seam more available. And it's nothing too crazy that Christensen does here. It's just he goes off of one leg and kind of turns himself to the outside and makes it look like he's going to go here because he has done that multiple times already. He's done this exact body language, body posture, and then goes to the outside. Bang. Doesn't do anything crazy. It doesn't give him a one-on-one out here, but it just stunts this middle blocker. It makes this guy slightly worse. And that's why you don't, honestly, in a scenario like that, I would tell my middles, don't even worry about body language. Don't worry about body language to a certain extent, of course. Just hit a split step anyways. Don't try and cheat, Don't try and beat the setter in that. Just be disciplined and make a good move. Ooh, wow. Orioli going for that line. Looks like he just goes slightly out of bounds here. Goes for it, though. I like it. Spinner. Let's see. Go to the outside, Orioli. Ooh, who went in the net? Kita. So they went on a blocking switch here. Put Orioli, Or sorry, put Kita in front of Orioli here. Look at how high Kita is, dude. Somebody went in the net. Yeah, middle went in the net there. Let's see. Spinner, spin to float. Good by Kita and bad by Kita, sorry. Again, like, just trying to pick on him as much as possible. And if you can just hit this lane here, go for it. And, another thing, too, if this guy was doing a normal float, it would give these two passers here, and especially this libero, a lot more freedom to say, okay, on the toss, get out of here, I'm going to pass this ball because I know that they're serving here. But with the spin, you can't really do that because, if he spins, you have no time to recover, So I like being able to do that with a nice reverse float. Because then if you see them make an adjustment like that, you rip the next one and it's probably going to score. Middle ball. Good help by Kita. Yeah, just look at how light he is on his toes here. He hits a little split step here almost. Hops up and gets up early. Let's see. Orioli with a nice swing. Nice swing right inside that block. Yeah, it's a nice swing. Bang. Look at how he turns himself. He gets his hips facing the line here and then rips through all the way with his body. Really nice swing. Let's see what he does on the serve now. Good swing, man. Orioli's loving that chop down to the one spot. And he's putting a lot of cut on that ball, too. Like, you see how he contacts his ball pretty much only. Like, he finishes on the right side of this ball. And let's say the ball is here. He's contacting it slightly to the right and then just finishing through there. And it's going to add a perfect amount of cut, really. Bang. Really nice. And they're just, like, now they're picking apart Souza. Like, Kita is already a weak link, let's say. And then now they're forcing Souza in here to pass because you want to take a little responsibility away from Kita. And now you're hitting Kita because now they're giving him a bunch of space, Love that. Love that from Orioli. Forcing him to pass. Now there's no longer a middle. It's just tough. It's just tough because even if you do the right thing, get them to pass it imperfectly, Kita can still do something stupid like this, Like just OT or just a really good swing. Ooh, that one's in. Souza, nice swing. Let's see. And that's the first set, yeah. Souza, nice serve right off the bat. Wow. Let's see that pass. Love this. Wow. He made oops, I went really far. He went really far. He made a big move off this split step and then kind of had to adjust and lean back a little bit because he went too far. But the only thing that really matters is the angle from here to here. That's all that matters. Those two frames really is just what does that angle look like and how does that ball come off you? That's all that matters. You can look however you want as long as the angle's right. The ball's going to be perfect, So, and there's ways to make it easier to make a better angle and things like that. There's obviously opening the hips, moving your feet better, hitting a nice split step or whatever. Having your platform away from your body, things that make it easier to do so, but in the end, you can look backwards, and if the angle of your back is right, then it's a perfect pass. Let's see what's going on. Block out. They call the touch. Let's see. Okay, they carded him for it. Wow. They didn't red card him though, did they? Okay. Let's see. Balls and lie. Let's go. Spinner now. Imsolovic is going back there. He's a little bit mad. He's going to try and rip that ball. I love it. Yep, and now he's going to go on a run. Oh, wow. What happened here? In? I don't know if this ball's in or out or what, but let's see what they call. It's a really nice swing if that's in. It must have been right on the back line. I think he foot faulted. Spinner from Gardini. Let's see it. Great serve. Yeah. And he keeps himself so far in front of him. He tosses that really far in the court and then just rips it towards this back corner right here. I love it. Kita going for it. Yeah, not always the best option, but sometimes you'll get a kill on this. So, gotta go for it here and there. You never know. Spin to float. He's trying to get Kita here, but they switched on him, so he got faked out. Wow, good dig. Good read. And you know, this right here is a really good example of seeing the limits of somebody's shoulder. This is something I haven't really talked to anybody about, but like in this scenario here, ball's coming from back here. This is the furthest extent of what his shoulder is probably going to do. You know, like he can't go over here, you know, so like base defense would usually be over here, whatever. But if it looks like he's turning to his left, and then the best that his shoulder can do is get right here where he swings, then get right there, because the rest of the stuff isn't yours anyways. You know what I mean? And this happens a lot with playing defense on a middle, in my opinion, is kind of seeing that. Let me see. That's really nice. Good chop. Good chop. Goes for the reuse and still gets a kill there. Really nice. Let's see if I can show you guys an example of a middle having limits to a shoulder. You know what I mean? Let's see. Nice. Let's see. In system. Gardini goes for that D-ball. Misses it. Rough. It's okay, though. Let's see. Yeah, he opens himself up really well there. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but I think you guys might understand what I'm talking about. But, like, even, let's say someone's serving from the 5 here. Let's say he goes straight on, is facing here. How easy is it going to be for him to cut this ball over here to the 5? It's going to be really hard, right? So, like, cheat in a little bit. Trust that he doesn't have that available to him unless he faces over there, you know? Let's see. And, like, I like this approach a lot because the limits of his shoulder cause him to be really, really wide. And you can think of that on a defensive perspective. You can think of that as from an attacking perspective as well. But, like, if you're an attacker and you're trying to have range, then you have to think about the angle at which you're facing because your shoulder has limits, okay? Mostly this way. Like, this way, your shoulder can go pretty far. You can go behind yourself there. But off the hands, wow. Orioli jumps pretty high. Good for him. He reached too high, though. I think he could have pressed a little bit better here, but he's trying to get high because it's Kita, so I get it. I understand that. Let's see. Overpass. Let's see Sani do something good here. Little semi-insistent ball here. And, you know, he stays down. It's just not going to put any pressure on them because they won't think that he's going to swing, so he stays down, puts a nice semi-insistent ball up there for him. It's good. Let's see. Bang. Up. Ball's up. Like, similar to this, okay? Like, his limits of his shoulder are here, you know? Like, this is the furthest that he could take that angle. Like, he's trying to go super sharp as he can, and this is the furthest angle that he can make it. So, like, the dude's not going to hit here with power, you know? So, that's just something to think about, I guess. I don't know. Even here, this is, like, the furthest extent, and he's hitting it a little softer for Mike Christensen there, you know, because it's a really tough angle to take. It's a really tough angle to swing at. Dunks that right in between there. On a big blocker like that, too, it's just, that's going to work out decently, you know. Ooh. Big time out of system. And Kita still does that. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's just Kita, though. Gets it up, gets it high, does some fancy stuff because he's a freak athlete, you know. Good for him. Floater. Yeah, and they're not, honestly, Verona's not passing great right now. And it's not always going to work out. Like, sometimes Kita will do, you know, what that last play was, where he just goes off of one leg. But then other times it'll be bad situation, you're able to get something there, you know? It's not always going to work out, but you're just playing a numbers game. Just because it doesn't work out the first time doesn't mean it's never going to work out. You're just playing a numbers game saying, okay, this is our best option against these guys. This is a really good team. Ooh, little block out. Nice. Oof. Not a bad move by Christensen. Like, he obviously gets his hands to the right spot. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he could have finished his hands towards the middle of the court or finished his right arm more. But sometimes you're just going to get tooled like that. Can't do much. Let's see. Good swing. This is, like, again, I'm a fan of taking an angle on the approach because since he's coming at an angle here, he does have this sharp 5 spot available to him, you know? Nice swing. And still, even though he's facing over there, he still can turn through and have that 1 spot available to him too. Nice. Let's see. Bang. Good swing. Really nice to that deep corner. And he's going at a big angle, drifting in. You know, Sonny might have gone a little far here. Yeah, you see he kind of goes and then has to, oh, shoot, I'm too far type of thing. Like, this is why you miss inside. This is why you miss inside. Another reason why you miss inside. You know, like, you miss inside. This guy can still be athletic and jump and get to his peak, and, like, you don't have to stunt his athleticism at all. And this guy risks going too far sometimes, you know? And then if that guy risks going too far, then this guy might close to him and go really far. And then bang, cross, and angle is available, you know? Spinner by Mozic. He's got an interesting name. Really nice angle. I love this take by Sonny. Look at how far back he gets to. He's approaching from back here. Let's see where he jumps from. He jumps from like 8 feet here, but it obviously works out really well. Yeah, and he jumps really far forward, which I guess is a little bit risky. It worked out really well. But, like, you never know. Sometimes if this set isn't perfect, he could get into a really bad spot. But having forward momentum on an approach does help a lot. It adds a little bit of power. Just like, honestly, physics. That's just physics. But yeah, and I don't know. I mean, if making sure that ball's in front of you also helps you out too. Nice take, good dig. Like, look at his posture here. Look at him. He's just hands up. He doesn't have to connect or scoop or anything like that. Just gets hit because these guys are hitting hard enough already. In a club scenario, maybe you want to scoop a little bit to get that ball higher, and like obviously these guys are gonna have some scoop opportunities as well. But like a lot of the time, these guys are hitting it hard enough as it is, where you won't have to. These guys are doing really well out of system, honestly. Bang. Nice. Huh. Little tool ski off that block. Going for that third blocker. Unless it's keyed up there, you should go for the third blocker very consistently. Even with it being Souza. You want to challenge him and say, hey, can you actually close that block? Again, Sonny gets caught going a little too far maybe. Or it's just a good angle. I don't know. With a guy taking it from this high, it's tough. You know, like maybe you want to open that up. I'm not sure. But good read by that libero, honestly. Let's see. Out of system, let's see what Sonny does here. Dunks it. Wow. He's lucky that caught the tape. Good set out of system, honestly. For what this is nice. It's a nice little pop set. Put something decently aggressive at least. Ball still up. Look at how Orioli sprints in, has forward momentum here, and then just finds a way to keep that ball up. I like that. Bang. Sheesh. Leaving that ball inside again for him. And look at this. He's contacting this ball right here. Sonny's nowhere to be found. This guy does the right thing and leaves a gap because, okay, you're too far. I'm giving up on you. But still, like, bang. He still has an angle. You know, that's my point. Great dig by Christensen, though. Watch out there, guy. Kita coming out of the 6. Yeah. And if you have a triple block in front of you on a ball like this, you probably should tip. Especially like look at where he is, look at where the defense is on his swing. If you can tip it right here or something, or even here, does good things for you. Huge block for them. That's a good point. Floater, Sonny, decent. Sonny's doing well. Sonny's doing really well right now. I'm not sure if Mozic is hurt or if they're just playing him because he's playing well. But he's doing pretty well here. Let's see. Nope. I feel like right when I compliment people, they start doing something dumb. Really good take. Good swing. Chops it. And look at how he has to lean back a little bit to make sure he has this angle still. I like that. Outside should be able to do that. Right side should be able to do that. Middles especially. But yeah, you just get like, let's go back to it real quick. Like these are the adjustments that you have to make in the middle. Is just weird stuff with your body because you're already in the air when you see where the ball is. So, bang. On the outside and the right side, you can usually jump towards the ball or do something with however you jump. But in the middle, you're expected to already be in the air. Ooh, nice. Yeah, and Souza, he's interesting, man. Because, I feel like my principle of limits to the shoulders still applies to this. Because Souza has to do something really weird like that to make sure he has that line available, which, good for him, But as a blocker and as a defender, you can be like, all right, try and go for that. Try and do that, I feel like maybe Gardini could have taken that, but still. A little weirdness. As long as that weirdness helps you do the right thing still, it's good. Oh, yeah. And he just, let's see, Solovich here gets out of the way, but then pushes himself too far inside and then doesn't have much of an angle and has to, jump in. Look how he's leaning. Look at how he's leaning over here as he's jumping. And that's just uncomfortable for him. He's no longer at his peak. He doesn't have as much range. He doesn't have as much momentum and stuff. Just not in the best position. Floater, good take. No pipe anymore. Let's see. Good. Let's see, Sonny. So they took Souza out. So they took Souza out in the back row. Now they're having Sonny play back row right side, it looks like. Oh gosh. Be up, you silly middle. Nobody would have been up there. Yeah, he's expecting him to be up. That's just the job of middles. Let's see how they get through this a little here. He's a little mad. Yeah, honestly, it's tough. It's hard to expect someone to be jumping on that, but that's the middle's job, especially if you have a setter like Micah Christensen. That's just kind of what you're expected to be doing. Big serve out of bounds. See ya. Let's see. Big serve from Kita again. Kita's starting to get angry, it seems. Starting to take over. Gosh, what a pass. Wow. Bang. Count it. Wow. Solovich getting up there. I'm surprised. Why is this middle late? Is he checking the middle? Is that why? This guy seems a little slow. Seems a little slow physically. Let's see. Solovich out of bounds. Big dog. Nope. Net. Gardini gets past well. Let's see. Good block. Really good block by the setter. He's very undersized here. Makes a full move. Jumps really well. Jumps straight up. Presses well. Finishes his block well. Gets a nice block there. Good for him. That's hype too. It's a great point, especially at 23-22 getting that point. It's a really good block. Really important. Let's see, back to Solovich. Nope. You got blocked. Yeah, and I don't know what he's doing with his hands here. But I guess as long as it doesn't stop him from closing, who cares? 24-24. Huge serves from Verona over here, trying to keep them in this game, trying to keep them in a position to win this set. Somebody went under. Good block by Orioli. And this is one of those balls where he's starting pretty far in because maybe he's bunching, watching the pipe. And then he sees that that ball is further than he is, so he drifts a little extra, tight, grabs that ball, gets it, and then Sani was under. Floater. Oof. I don't know if that was a hesitation by the libero or if it's just a little weird move, but not perfect. I don't mind this run. It's just a great touch by the middle, honestly. Good read by him. Like, I would have probably expected him to go to the one spot if that ball's in front of him, but I don't know if it was. Yeah, good dig. Ball's up. Let's see what they do. Let's see if Imsolovic can put this ball away. Oh, yeah, he can. Come on now. Come on now. He's going to that deep corner every single time out of system right now. And it's working extremely well. Even though Christensen gets over there, obviously this goes off the tape and gets weird. But still, like, look at Sani closes the block well, presses well with his arms. It still just goes right underneath his arm. Bang. Sneaks through. Third set starting us out. Here we go. Good pass. Outside. Let's see. Let's see what we got going. Good pass. I mean, not a good pass, sorry. Yeah, like this is, like right here, it looks like Gardini has no power off of that split step. Like he's just falling towards the ball, which he's a very long person. He's very lanky and long, so it makes sense because like if he made a full move, he would be really, like he would be too far, I guess, but maybe he can just start further back and go forward. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see. We're out of system, though. Orioli, let's see what you do. Good. Ball's up. Tip going up there. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if this is a fake. I don't know if this is safe at all, but it happened. And would you guys count this as a block move or a touch? Yeah, that's weird. Stuff happens. That guy, honestly, he's getting a lot of heat right now because he wasn't up when Mike Christensen set him. He's getting OT'd by Kita, his own teammate. Then he isn't getting that block, you know. And if you can drift less on this, that's important, I'd say. Because if this middle doesn't drift, then I think he takes up that deep corner. Good pass. Really nice pass. There we go. Now he's back in action, though. Got range going to that one spot. And you do, as a middle, you do want to go sharp. You want to go sharp as, you know, frequently as you can. Deep corner is still a phenomenal option, like a very safe option, but going sharp to sharp is pretty nice. Because then a lot of the time it'll force the other middle to make a decision. Wow, tough. That's a really bad miscommunication. And honestly, like for what this libero, like they're moving him in and out all the time, which I don't know. It just they're not getting him. He's not passing perfect. I don't know. Nice shot by Kita, going down that line. They gave him a lot of space there. Huge serve. Yeah, it's a really wide split step. Let's see. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just want to see more push off from on his leg. You know what I mean? Like, the only push that he has, I guess there's a little bit of knee action, but still, I don't know. Gardini just putting a free ball over. Fair enough. Oh. This guy is just having a weird game. He's having a weird game, dude. Christensen going crazy, trying to grab that ball. Goes through, let's see. Who lifted it? You calling that a carry? What is going on? Who called it? He called him on a carry on the set? Yikes. That's a terrible call. Didn't like that one. Let's see. Floater. Kita. Again, that it's that same thing, but mirrored over here now. Because now you're taking Kita out. Because you're going at that seam. And yeah, that libero's there. But sometimes that outside's just going to see it and go for it. Bang. Good choice. Ooh, misses it. It's tough. Getting aced. Yeah, and he connects really early here, which I don't like. And just gets blown up. Yeah, soft move. Kind of a weak move, just soft there. You want to be quick. Get your angle there quick, you know? Let's see. Spinner from Imsulevic. Out of bounds. Spinner from Christensen. Pops it off to a float. Good take by Gardini. Look at how he kind of jumps back a little bit. You see how he kind of jumps back? It's just to make an angle. It's just to make the right angle, you know? I like it. I like it a lot. Finds the right angle. Let's see if he gets a kill. Yes, he does. Nice. Spin to float. Good take. Let's see. Ball shot. Ball's up. Over. Okay. We're still in play. We're still in play. Ball's in. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and this is why you want to make sure you're getting your feet to the ball, because then if you are forced to drift towards that ball, that line is just open for a little bit. It's open for a few seconds. Well, not a few seconds, but a few milliseconds. And good players can just take that angle quick. Because a lot of the time, the hitter is trying to hit before you can press or like set up your block, you know? And so you want to get your feet there early so you can set your block up earlier, you know? I think that ball was in, though. Wow, just out. Let's see. Yeah, and Imsulevic gets kind of messed up, goes too far inside and is leaning there and jumping to his right. And you can see, like, that's twice now that we've noticed him jumping to his right, and it doesn't work out. This is still Imsulevic, right? We'll find out. Weird one, but count it. Unless this might be a different guy now. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah. And like you see here, he didn't get his feet to the ball here again, and he has to drift towards that block. And then since he's moving, it's easier for him to get a kill. He didn't get the kill, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's easier for him to go towards that angle. Bang. Using the middles now. I like it. Using the middles. They've used the pins a lot already, so gotta feed the middles a little bit. Give them their action. Get them involved. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I've never been a fan of that unless you go here. Like, you have to go really sharp with this windmill thing, you know? Because if you just go... Yes, this is a different guy. But if you just go almost towards the 6 or the 6 seam on like that windmill ball, you're going right towards the block. Oof, gets him. Let's see here. Spinner, nope. 13-13 balls. This game's getting a little stinky, a little messy. Everyone's ripping. Everyone's trying to go for everything right now. Yeah, I don't know what this middle's doing here. Like, this is not a posture of ready to move. Like, I don't even know what that guy's doing. Gets beat bad. Almost breaks his finger, too. Let's see, good serve by Kita. And I feel like Kita could probably reach even more there. Yeah, he's not fully, but look at the adjustment. Like, he makes an adjustment there. He's not at his peak. He makes an adjustment, still keeps that ball in. It's not his greatest serve, but it's in. It's still putting some pressure on. Nice tip. Really like this. Lets it get over there outside of his body. Banks tips it through. Score is nice. I really like that. Let's see. Kita. Now that one's a lot better. That one's a lot better. Reaches. Hooks it there. Really nice. Orioli's just getting beat up in serve receive a little bit right now. He's still a great player. It's just he's getting a little bit beat up by these serves. But these are great serves. It's fair enough. Stefani with a great swing. Floater. Good pass by Kita. Good enough at least. Yeah, and you're not expecting Kita to dime every ball. That's not his job. I don't know. I don't mind the middle move here because it's a fast tempo, so it's going to be hard to close. And he still presses well, gets up, does whatever. But, yeah, maybe the defense can do something and, get in there somehow, but we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. If you're going to leave a gap, then don't try and close it. Like, if there's going to be a gap, even if you try to drift into it, then just leave the gap open and don't get hit on your side, because those are the balls that never get dug. Balls in the seam sometimes get dug, but a ball like, let's see if we get a good example. Nice swing. Wow, really nice swing here. Look at that aggressive approach. He's with his steps, he's really doing some great stuff here. With this small step here, he's getting himself to the ball. He's what should I say here? He's kind of setting himself up to get to the ball. Like, he's going directional and some distance, but right here is a really small step because the ball's going to be right here, So then this approach, this step right here can still be huge. You know what I mean? Like, if he took a really big step right here, then his drive step would be really small. Like, if he stepped here, then his drive step would be here, and you don't have much momentum. Like, you want that drive step to be as big and as physical as possible every single time. Spin to float, really nice serve. Love it. Gosh, that's so difficult to do anything with. And look at how he still swings his arm and, opens up and then just slows it down and just pops it a little bit. Really nice. Bang. Gardini's doing well, I'd say. I'd say he's doing a lot of good stuff. Going outside to Glatz. That's what it is. I knew it was a G. Oof. Honestly, good read by the libero, though. Sees that he's going to go there. Rips it. Goes towards the corner. Just scoops a little bit too much there. That'll happen. That'll happen for sure. Let's see the serve. That's Glatz back there. Good serve. Good recycle. Let's see. Sorry, folks. Love this. Orioli, you good. You good, man, you. Like, I love that. I love that. Get your feet to the ball. Press into the block. Either it scores or it puts them under pressure if you win the joust. And if you don't win the joust, then you're getting a ball back and you're hopefully getting another swing. It's really nice, though. What's Christensen complaining about there? Floater. Ooh, gets beat high a little bit there. Nice. Good run. And look at how he still gets this ball in front of him. Okay, it's kind of hard to see from the angle, but he gets that ball in front of him. Look how he finishes in front of him here. That ball's still in front of him. Bang. Really nice run. That's a beautiful, beautiful set. Like, this is unexpected, too. Like, nobody was really ready for that. Orioli was the only one that was up, and he made a very small move because he wasn't expecting it. He was leaving. Nice. Count it. Count it, baby. Let's see. We got 21-18 in the third here. Going to Kita. Yeah. That's why you still need to use your middles and stuff, because if you're still using your middles, then this guy's going to commit in system, and bang, this guy's one-on-one, which will usually score. Stefani getting a little tricky, getting a little cheeky, trying to get him. I think that's out of bounds. Yeah. What's his face? Sani. Ooh. Souza, yeah. Off the hands of Christensen. Sani doesn't get Glatz doesn't get the kill. That's what his name is. Yep, love that. Good choice. Good choice to go after Kita, too. Yeah. Bang. Get him. Because again, like if like Kita is going to be much worse off getting a set from over here than he will in system. So serve him all day, and sometimes you're going to get blocked like this. Sometimes he's still going to go OT because he's Kita, okay? But just picking him apart on the serve receive is going to give you a few extra break points that you won't get normally. Let's see. Floater. Or sorry, not a floater. Good pass, I mean. Let's see. Oh, no, it is a float. What am I talking about? Floater, good pass. Really puts it high. I love that. This is such a good tempo. Such a good matching of routes here. Like, bang. Really nice. Where that ball looks like and it's not even that fast. Like, I feel like it floats in the air for a little while. And he's still just up there ready to go. Bang. Floater. Getting at Gardini. Nice. Good shot by Gardini. That's going down the line even if it doesn't score. Rough by Msodovic there. All right, who we got here? We got Msodovic back. We got Gardini still. We got Orioli. We got Souza running it back on the right side. What's his face? Glatz, I think is his name. Bang, good run. Nice. Let's see, Orioli. Nice serve, hitting Kita's seam. That's Kita's seam, man. Oof. And he's mixing it up. He's trying to get them all on their toes there. Fair enough. Let's see. Gardini, great swing. Great swing. Yeah, he's big, man. He's a big dude. Big dude, reaches high. Finds a way to go deep into that corner. Really nice. Floater. Like, I love this float serve here. I honestly do. Because he's contacting it very high, and that ball is just going right over top of the tape. It's a really tough serve to pass there. Souza ripping it. Let's see, going to the outside now. Gardini trying to get that tip deep, which is fair enough, I guess. But even at the worst, with Micah Christensen just digging it, at least they have the libero setting instead, you know. Gardini scoring on those deep swings still. Really nice. Weird ball. Tip. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's why you be up, you know. And even though it's a slight misconnection, not perfect, whatever, he still is up there at his peak, dunking the ball against a solo block, which is perfectly fine. Put you in a good scenario. The serve and pass is honestly breaking down a little bit on both sides, I'd say. But, bang. Yup. Let's see, Souza. Let's see what you do. Sheesh. That ball is going fast. Gardini chops it short. Beautiful. Again, this guy's he's getting a lot of heat, man. He's getting a lot of heat. Putting a lot of pressure on him. Honestly, like, maybe that's a good strategy, is trying to put some heat on him as much as possible. Just picking him apart, you know. Souza, ooh, out of bounds. Let's see, Gardini chops it short again. Again, same deal, like you're chopping it short on this guy, you know, like it's good. It's good. Putting pressure on him to communicate well, do stuff like that. I don't know. Floater, good serve. So let's see, like again, this guy's still contacting high. Look at how high he's contacting this ball. And like maybe he could go a little flatter to the tape there, but still, it's a good serve. Still puts a lot of pressure on. Spinner. Nope, out of bounds. Perro. Good take. And like that middle should take that ball every single time. Like there's no point in this guy diving and getting that, you know? Bang. Good run. Nice swing. Keeps that ball in front of him. Look at where he takes off. He keeps that ball in front of him really well. He's taking off from like 5 feet, behind 5 feet, I'd say. Keeping that ball in front of him, able to bounce that ball. Nice. Spinner. Spin to float. Good. Ball's on. Yup. Good take care of by Garlatz. Shoosh, man. I'm forgetting that name so much right now. Sheesh. I'm getting sick right now, man. I'm annoyed by that. Ooh. They go off the middle. Let's see. Yup. Off his head. Good dive. Good dive by him. By this blocker here. And like with middles having to start their swing kind of early, you can usually tell where they're going to swing right from like here. Because I doubt that this guy's going to turn that ball through, especially with where the ball is. Like just track the ball with your hands almost. Because if that ball's over here on the middle, he's going to swing to the 5. If the ball's over here, he's going to swing to the 1. That's pretty obvious. Great dive by the middle though. Just quick reaction, going straight into an angle quickly. Really good choice. Let's see, they're in system now. No pipe though. Let's see. Oof. Glatz, you silly goose, you. Sorry, buddy. You're getting blocked. Lots of missed serves. But it's still a lot of aces, too. It's interesting. Let's see here. Good run. Yeah. And you see how Christensen, again, still leaves him in front and just, like, makes him drift, Makes him jump forward, keep him athletic. Still makes him reach. It's not that he's putting it right on the tape. It's just a good balance. Whew, hello. That's a crazy serve. And he's really drifting to the left there. Gets it right over top of the tape, though. Wow, good for him. Really nice serve by Silovic there. Wow, that was crazy. Goes for it again, misses it, though. Let's see. Back. Silovic is back, baby. That's a touch. What? They're not touched. I think that was touched. Yeah, maybe it wasn't. Spinner. Let's see. Big serve. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Gardini has to make moves like this so often where he's even almost stepping away from the ball to try and make an angle there. And, like, I think it would probably help if he was a little further back, because you want that ball in front of you. But, yeah, I don't know. Gardini is a serving target for a lot of people, I'd say. I don't know. I mean, he has so much range as a passer because he's so big and long. But, yeah, I don't know. But, like, something like this where it just gets on you. It's tough sometimes. Let's see. Key to going OT. Yeah, reading him is tough because you know that he's going to go over the top somewhere. And there's no, like, space that's getting taken away, so you just got to read his arm. Again, same thing now. Orioli's getting hit with that, too. Like, these are great serves. These are really great serves. And, like, kudos to them for hitting these serves. They're missing the next one, but still. Floater. Let's see, Glatz. Who went in the antenna first? Yeah, I think the ball went in the antenna first. Let's see. Floater. Decent pass. Gets moved back a little bit. Let's see this. And, like, once that guy gets moved back a little bit, I like people running that pipe. He might have gotten tripped a little bit there. Yeah, he tripped him a little bit here. But I like them running that pipe to kind of keep that offense here and not lopside it too much. But it's good stuff. Let's see. Out of bounds. 18-18 here. We got, let's see. Again, there's been some miscommunications when this ball gets pushed back a little bit, whether this guy's going inside or staying behind. It's been tough. And I don't like what the setter does here because this setter, he doesn't make a decision. He puts it right on himself, he's never going to approach straight to himself. There needs to be better communication between those two, I'd say. Which is interesting because I think I think they're both Serbian. So I feel like communication would be easy, no? Yeah, Todorovic. They're both Serbian. Both Serbian folk. Good find. I like how Christensen creeps in a little bit there. I like that. They still get beat, though. Let's see. 19-19. Spin a float in the net. Spin, serve in the net. Oh, my gosh. So many missed serves. Ooh, that's in. Yeah, it's a nice serve. Spinner out of bounds. Everyone's missing serves, man. Yikes. rough way to finish this game out so far. Let's see. We got 21-22. Kita tipping that ball. Like, that's such a high tip. But it's okay because they are so expecting a huge, huge swing from him. 22s. Decent pass. Let's see. Oof, great swing. Gardini taking that angle. Really nice swing. Let's see it one more time. Wow, that's a really nice swing. 23s. Let's see how this game finishes out here. Miss serve, 24-23. Gardini with a nice serve on Kita. Let's see that one more time. Kita's just calm with it. Bang. He knows he's not taking a ton of space up, so it's kind of nice. He goes for it. Gets it. Inbounds. Nice. It's a really nice swing. Very clutch swing, too. Now a clutch serve, too. Now it's 25-24. Let's see what Kita does. Does he finish this out? Yeah, he does. Come on. Kita's like that. Holy crap. Going for it. Like, that's the confidence that you need when you're on the line at 25-24 is, I know my serve. I'm going to hit my serve. You know, I'm not going to, I got to make sure it's in. Just forget that, dude. Good block by Todorovic. Nice. Like, as a smaller blocker, you have to accept, hey, I'm not going to get every block, but if I get hit, that thing's going to be down, you know. Ball's up, let's see. Orioli, good choice. Like, even just controlling it enough to make sure that they can't throw it down is a fair enough joust, you know. Gosh. Yeah, Mike Christensen is so active with his hands up there. And then being able to go and chase that and keep it up. Good for him. Let's see. I want to see this one more time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he might have went for the recycle there, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Out of system to Souza. Chops this one a little short here. That's interesting. Huh. Scores really well there. Let's see. Spinner. Ooh, bad pass. Probably an ace, yeah. Bang. Wow, what a finish. Tough, yeah. Just made too much. Let me see that pass one more time. Yeah. That's tough, man. That's tough. It was a good serve. Good game. Thanks for watching, guys.